All right. So I am super excited because we got a legend on the line here. He is known to many as Darin Steen, hailing from Chicago, and he was voted America's top personal trainer. He's got a killer YouTube channel. That's actually how I discovered Darin. And I remember I was watching YouTube and I'm like, who's this guy with this crazy energy and this amazing passion? And, honored, so super honored when Darin reached out to me and said, hey, AJ, I want to hire you to help me with my online business growth. And I was like, absolutely, Darin, you are a superstar. Once you get yourself dialed in, it's going to explode. And boy, did it explode. Darin's coming off of a major win. He made $25,000 in the past 3 weeks, more than he made in 5 years of online training. So he's going to be sharing what he got in his game plan to help them with that win, but also he's been selling his $3,000 package. And I know Darin, he's got, I think, all the way up to like a $48,000 package. He's like really got some high-end online training in his inventory. But hey, let's kick things off. First and foremost, Darin, thanks for being on here. Excited to interview you.
AJ, thanks a lot for the opportunity. I feel really blessed and I'm super pumped, man. Let's rock it.
Yeah, speaking of being pumped, what is a quote or a mantra that fires you up?
Give me 1 minute. I'll say that, but I want to back up and say thank you for how you approached me and allowed me to hire you, because we did a phone call. I was like, this guy's pumping this stuff out there. You know, I don't believe a lot of online trainers. I hate seeing online coaches selling how to sell online coaching and not doing it. We see it all the time. I did a phone call with you, and it was like there was no pitch. You didn't even say you had a service. You talked to me for 20, 30 minutes, and it was like you were a friend, and there was no pressure. I don't even think you said, sign up for my program. And then I looked a little bit more, and then I found out you had a program. So that first phone call was pivotal, and I think it was integral to me getting to this point to hear my story. That is an amazing story. So thank you for that, AJ.
Oh, I appreciate you, Darin. Yeah, it means a lot. I remember that first call. You were a partner at the time, and you were kind of figuring out different ways to sell a course you already made. And, like I said, I'm all about just giving value and creating results in advance. And then obviously, if you like what I have to share, then from there, we could work together.
That's right. So my mantra or quote, I got two of them. One was when I was a kid, and I still do it to this day. Is it environment or is it genetics? I think I'm partly the way I am because of genetics, partly the way I am because of environment. I was really small, 5'2", 110 pounds, freshman year in high school. But to back up, I was the first boy born to my mom's family. I was the first grandbaby boy to 10 siblings. And they were hillbillies, and they pounded the shit out of me and roughhoused me and made me really, really rough and be able to fight. And I was my dad's second child, and he wanted a boy so bad. The first one was a girl, so I got a lot of roughhousing. And I was small in high school and college, but I had a big fight and a little dog, and I'd get back up and I'd just attack him. So that's a little bit of environment. My whole life, my mom said when I was a little kid, like second, third grade, I'd rally the troops in the neighborhood to build the tree house, to build the baseball diamond, and I was always saying, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm 52 years young, and last week in my studio here, a guy said, do you realize you say, oh, yeah, like 10 times an hour? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, you do. Well, what it is, and then I also say, go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. I've been doing that since a kid, and that's just getting myself to feel like I can go through something when I need a little self-help. Like, go, go, go. You got this. Come on. Go. So that started as a young kid. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Love that. Love sharing that. That's phenomenal. And I think you kind of dropped some, some insights that you're 52 years young. And I'm so curious, man, because you have so much talents. Like you are this, America's Top Personal Trainer. You're a YouTube celebrity known all over Chicago as Darin Steen, a professional natural bodybuilder. Man, so like, let's say you're on a plane with someone and you sit next to them and they're like, hey, man, you're kind of buff. What do you do for a living? How do you typically answer that?
I'll answer that in a second because I want to back up and give you my scripted mantra, and that is that anybody and everybody does have the power to change to make the rest of their life the best of their life.
Hell yeah. In a split
Anybody.
second.
Okay.
Because you've been through a lot. And, what you've accomplished after getting through what you've been through, man, that's truly a blessing.
Yes. All right. So now to answer your question, what do? I tell them I'm role modeling the fountain of youth in the most genuine way I know. It's a drug-free, hormone-free, PED-free, which is performance-enhancing drugs, student of life, father and mother to 2 teenage daughters, which that's a whole nother topic of conversation. So I can relate to the feminine for sure. And I'm role modeling the fountain of youth. It's that simple. And I'm an author. I'm a lot of things, but I go off and say I'm an author, mind coach. On the surface, I'm a certified nutritionist, certified personal trainer, certified healthy lifestyle coach, but I'm a mind coach. I get inside your mind and get rid of the belief system, the BS belief system in your brain that navigates you on a subconscious level that tells you what you can and cannot have, that was put there by well-meaning people from in the mama's womb to the age of 10, people that loved you that had bullshit BS stories in their head why they couldn't have what they wanted, and it just self-perpetuates. And I, like Tony Robbins, can stop it in its tracks right here, right now, and break through to a new belief system.
Love that. Love that. I'm solely into that. I love psychology, and the subconscious mind is so powerful. I'm always working on reprogramming myself because I had a lot of bad things that were making me repel a lot of money. So let's talk about making money. You got huge wins, but let's take people back, man. Please talk about your life before we started working together. So how was your business prior?
Okay. I'd like to start out and say that I'm my best buddy of all time, my father, lived too short and died too long. I stayed in the house for a full year, and we used hospice. I was by his side when he left, and it was an unbelievable experience. That's a whole nother topic we can talk about. It was incredible. It was an incredible experience, but it was unnecessary, and it was mindset and lifestyle induced. He smoked and drank, and he had the wrong mindset. And he made some choices and some changes, but they're a little too late. But at least I got another 10 years with him. He got to see my kids, his grandkids. My best buddy of all time lived too short and died too long. So here's the point. The trainers listening right now, the entrepreneurs, the business people, if you don't listen to this with an open mind, and I'm not here to impress anybody, AJ. I'm here to impress upon people my trials and tribulations so they don't have to. If they don't listen, they're gonna live too short and die too long as a professional, and they're gonna go work at Walmart and they're gonna say it doesn't fucking work. And it does work, and they can change it today. So I want to break through to some of the people listening.
Love that. Awesome. So we go back to that question.
Okay, here we go. So in 2001, after 17 years with UPS, raised by a blue-collar father with a blue-collar mindset. No offense to blue-collar workers. If you can whistle while you work and you can live a minimalist life, you can be happier than fucking Bill Gates. But not too many people can do that in the US of A, okay? So let's face it. So I was 2001, I burned my bridges. I burned my boats. I walked into the UPS Center and I said, I'm done. I'm never coming back. Why? And to become a full-time personal trainer, making 100% commission with no benefits, no money. If I don't sign people, I make zero money, and I had to make $80,000 a year to support my single income family of 4, okay? The reason why I had the confidence to do that was because after my football career ended for 10 years at UPS, I was doing physique competitions, and when I'd lean up and darken my skin up and look 10 years younger than I really was, people were blown away, and they're like, how do you do that? Can I do that? And I'm like, hell yeah, you can do it. This is simple, man. Teach third graders how to do it, okay? So in 2001, I said, this is it. I'm done. I burned my boats. AJ, have you ever heard the term burn your boats, and do you know what it means?
Yeah. No other options, man.
No other options. Here's a 2-minute version of burn your boats. Most people don't understand. So, in the past, in a real situation, in real world, someone floated over to this island over here that this tribe was protecting, and the guy that came out, the ship that came over with the warriors that wanted that land from this other land, when they landed on this other land that they wanted to seize, the captain, the leader said, all right, fellas, burn the boats. And the guys are looking at each other like, what the fuck? Burn our boats. What the fuck are you talking about? He said, you know what? You either kill these motherfuckers and this is our land, or you die. You're not going back. You're not going back to your wife and your kids. Do you think that if you actually thought that you were going to die or you're going to have victory, do you think, what are the chances that we're going to have victory, AJ, in today's lifestyle if you have that mindset?
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to win because
say it one more time. Say it again.
You're always going to win.
Say it one more time. You're always fucking going to win, people.
Yes.
Okay. So I burned my boats in 2001, scared to death, not knowing what the hell I was going to do. I got a certification. I trained myself, and I trained a couple clients in my basement when UPS went on strike. And I was really good at it. I loved it. But when I quit UPS, I was driving up the highway 45 minutes to go to Lifetime Fitness in August of 2001. And I became the training management there didn't know how to train clients. And they only gave packages to trainers that looked like they weren't going to do any good. I was fending for myself. So I trained clients the same way I trained myself. I said I was basically Bill Phillips, 12-week Body for Life, and Tony Robbins combined together. And I said, I got the plan. I faithed it till I made it. And I looked people in the eye like this for 70 minutes because I promised them 60. And I got them in great shape in a short amount of time. And within 6 months, I became the #1 income earning trainer at Lifetime Fitness, which was the fastest growing fitness company in the world. And I stayed that way 5 years until I left and opened up my own shop. Now, when I opened up my own shop, I truly became an entrepreneur, AJ. An entrepreneur, which I train almost all business owners because I charge high fees. And he said, you're great at what you do, but you're a wage slave, bro. And I'm like, well, what's a wage slave? You only get paid when you're working, okay? And so he said, you got to create systems, you got to write a book, and you got to start to build a business. If you ever read the book Michael Gerber, E-Myth before.
Yes. Okay. That book changed my life. I based my whole business on it.
No, AJ, you're wrong. I disagree with you. That book did not change your life. You fucking changed your life. That was just a simple tool. You got the power inside you, as everybody listening here has everything they fucking need inside them. They don't need no fucking book. They don't need AJ. They don't need Darin. It's a power of belief. That's probably one of the biggest things I wanted the people to take away. You don't fucking need anything or anybody, period. All right? It does help to get a coach, absolutely, if you want to time collapse the process.
Yeah, so Darin, so of course, people are here, they want to know the system, the strategies, the marketing. How the hell did you make $25,000 in 3 weeks? But right now, let's just say if someone's so inspired by you, your energy, your belief, and maybe they're in a corporate gym and they're lacking confidence and they've never done a video. They don't have this huge YouTube following like you. How do they get started with believing in themselves if they're lacking confidence?
Great question. I'll get to it in 30 seconds. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 electric energy hacks that we're going to have to do on another cast, AJ, because it's fucking golden. Entrepreneurs are stressed out. They're busy. They can't focus. And hopefully I have time for a couple of them at the end. I want to answer your question. I don't care if you're scared. Shoot a fucking video and put it out there. Slap that shit out on the wall. 11 years ago, I shot my first video. It was shitty. It wasn't that good. Do you guys think I sound like I know what I'm talking about now?
Yes.
Well, I fucking ought to, because I've had 45,000 paid clinical hours where I've charged over $100 an hour. 45,000. Besides that, I'm another 30 or 40,000. I'm talking this shit, and I'm thinking it, and I'm studying. That's 80,000 to 100,000 repetitions. Do you think after 100,000 repetitions that someone might get a little bit better at the video or their words that they're saying?
Damn right.
All right. So shoot the video. Let down your guard of what my mom's going to think, what other people on social media is going to think. Get a fucking mentor. Get invested. You know what? If you can't afford to hire AJ, hire somebody. Get a partner. And that's it. Get started. Write a goal down and say, in 12 weeks, I'm going to shoot a video every day. And write that goal down and write it in your journal and look at it every day. And if you don't follow through, then you know what? You're not gonna become a business person.
Yes. Love that. And of course, I have a set of questions I want to go into, and you have a lot of stuff you want to share. But I really appreciate that whole self-belief taking action, fire, burning the boats. But I think the most interesting thing about you is the fact that a majority of your business, especially online business, is organic, right? You do these amazing videos, live feeds, and I want to stay on topic because the question is, how do you get leads to even generate $25,000 in 3 weeks? How do you get your clients? Are you running ads? How do you get people to say, Darin, here's my money. I want you to coach me?
No, AJ, no ads, no money. I haven't even automated my low-end product, which Coach Kick-Ass Pat is going to help me do. When I build that foundation, look the fuck out, man. I'm going to scale that shit big time. No, this is organic. I've been putting out this energy since I was in 6th grade, bro. I put out a lot of love consistently with the better together. Let's go next level. You got this mentality. And it comes instinctive for me. If it doesn't come instinctive for somebody else, you got to faith it till you make it. You got to say it out loud. You got to send people love. So I've been putting this bad videos out for 11 years on YouTube. I've been putting bad videos out on Facebook. I'm getting better with your coaching. I got a plan of action. I got a team around me now, so they're getting better. I'm sorry, am I talking too loud?
No, you're talking just right. Everyone's smiling and thumbs up.
Okay. All right. So my high-ticket items. I got a 40. How can you sell a $3,000 online program? Isn't it going to be easier to sell a $3,000 online 12-week program if you got a $48,000 one that you can offer? And I have a $500,000 program. I have a link for a millionaire billionaire for a $500,000 program. So do you think I have a better shot at selling a $48,000 program if I have a $500,000 program?
Wow. So that is actually the highest program that I've had in my in all the students.
Okay.
Because I did a podcast, if you want to listen to a replay of this, with Erin Adesso, and she sells a $48,000 12-month package, and she did a podcast on how she sells those packages. But what do people get for $500,000 if they pay you $500,000? Let's say you get a billionaire client who says, Darin, I'm going to wire you $500K.
Yeah.
What do you provide to them?
I got a fucking great program, bro. How many billionaires are in the United States?
I forgot the amount. Is it 1,000?
It's about 600. How many fucking online or personal trainers have the confidence to pitch to a billionaire? How many trainers have the confidence to pitch to a billionaire?
0 that I know of.
All right, well, isn't that fucking great odds?
Yeah, because if a billionaire is even looking for a coach, they're going to obviously hire you because you have something for them. You know, they're not going to hire someone for a $29 plan.
Yes. Okay, so we understand the point. I could drive that home even more. But so I go to them for 2 days a week, and I train them on I got the most effective time-efficient workout system in the world. I've been saying that shit for 15 years. I didn't believe it 15 years ago. But you know what? I've had little victories. I trained world-famous Dr. Joe Mercola, number one natural doctor in the world. I almost got on the Oprah show. I've had a lot of victories. Tony Robbins asked me for my business card from a 30-second photo opportunity. And now I know I got the most time-efficient workout system on the planet. It's the fountain of youth. People are living too short and dying too long. All right? Arnold Schwarzenegger says I'm the number one top trainer in the world. So now my confidence is up there. But it took 15 years to get there. I'd have never gotten here if I didn't faith it till I make it and start saying that shit 15 years ago. It's a process. So for 2 days a month, I go fly to them. We train. I go through their kitchen. I go take them to the gym. I hold their hand. I take someone with me that's a doctor who does tests. So you bring the scientific, analytical aspect to it. Are they at risk for a heart attack? You go find a doctor. He doesn't have to fly with you. He can have the test. He can train them remotely. So you attach the medical community to what you're offering. You give them the hope that they're going to be in the best shape of their life in the shortest amount of time. Why does Tony Robbins charge Buffett and those guys $1 million a year to coach them? Because they make for them more money, right? So if a billionaire thinks he's going to be more effective, more productive, and you give them ripped abs or a smaller waistline, they're going to fall in love with that shit. So that's what I give them. And it's all documented. It's right down on a link.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Darin. So, actually, I had one billionaire on my show. At the time of this, I've done over 120 interviews, and there's a lot of people that are listening. So you not just have, fitness coaches, you have entrepreneurs and life coaches and perhaps other billionaires. So the question is this, right? If someone's looking to hire you, why should they hire you instead of the thousands of other people on Instagram and the guys who have six-pack abs and, these women coaches? Why should they hire you when they have all these online fitness coaches to pick from?
Well, first of all, the millionaires, there's 600 billionaires in the United States. There's a lot of millionaires. Not too many people are pitching to those. I don't got a lot of competition at that high level. But let's bring it down to the normal level. Because I role model the fountain of youth. They look at me. They look me in the eye. They're like, holy shit. How old is this guy? How old do I look, guys?
35.
Okay, I'll send you that check in a little bit, AJ. But the point is, I believe my own shit. The number one client in my life is myself. Okay? And AJ, how much time do we got left? Because I want to get down to how I used to hate sales, and now I fucking love sales. And it was counterintuitive. When you started telling me to do this shit, I said, what the hell is he talking about? No way. And it worked. I want to make sure I have time for that.
Yeah, we got time because you're actually covering a lot of great stuff here. Number one is obviously the marketing, choosing your target market, wanting to work with millionaires and billionaires. That's your ideal client, of course, because you provide a high-level package for them. And you mentioned why you are the number one choice, because no one even has packages that you provide. Number two is sales, because a lot of people listening on here, and they are scared to even sell $1,000 package, right? So they have a guy who's interested in them, slide up in their DM. Let's say the guy's name is Joe. Say, Joe, hey, I want you to be my online fitness coach. I love your videos, love your content. But Joe is scared to sell $1,000 package. How do you sell up to $500,000 in coaching? What do you do to these people on the phone that they say, here's $3,000 in a heartbeat?
And I was scared too, AJ, up till about 2 months ago. Scared to death, okay? And I've never sold a $500,000 program, all right? But I've sold a $48,000 program because I got the $500,000 program.
So here's the thing, because obviously you're so well-versed in selling in person, and I'm sure a lot of people here, let's say they did a consultation or they sold in person, right? So 90% of the time, if someone gets off their ass and they come to you, they're going to buy because they're already in that frame. But you're selling to people that will never even meet you. That's like this. How do you sell something to someone that's never going to even touch you or meet you in person?
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
And if the people listening aren't taking notes, they're doing themselves a disservice. If you're not writing it down. Before I answer that question, and this is going to be the meat and the potatoes, here's my energy hacks. I'm going to list them off. If there's any that you got to hear, let me know. All right.
Write this down.
Close the files. Clear your head by close it. Look, AJ, close your files. Here's my journal. Here's my $10 million businesses potentially. I can't focus if they're open on my desk. I close it up and everything's clear. The clutter's clear. I can focus better. Close the files. Cold water shower in the morning. After a hot shower, it's fucking unbelievable. Number 3, get the fuck up. Number 4, get the fuck to sleep. And those are my main ones. Okay, so Rachel's smiling, so I hope. Woohoo! All right, so how do I set myself apart? First of all, I'm not needy. If they ask me some questions, I'm like, hey, I got 2 openings, this time and this time. Which one will work for you, and we'll talk it out. So I'm not needy. I give them 2 options. I say, will one work for you? Second of all, when we set it up, the call, I said, let's talk about it. Let's get to know each other. I want to know about you. I can't give you a price. I have many services. I have no idea what's going to work for you, or even if I have something that will work for you. I love playing the takeaway, by the way. The takeaway is super powerful. So, and then they're fucking intrigued because not too many online trainers do that shit. So they're like, okay, I'll take this one. Get them ready for the call, and I say, we got, when you set the tone of the call. AJ, you taught me most of the stuff coming here forward. So you set the tone of the call, and you make them like you. How do you make somebody like you, AJ? AJ, how do I make someone like you, AJ?
First name. Name is the most powerful thing, man.
AJ, you're awesome, dude. I love you, man. So you use their name and the 80-20 rule. And this was hard for me and hard for a lot of trainers because we're spewing on people. When I got clients in here, I'm talking like this for an hour. They're not talking. They're exercising. 45,000 hours, I've been like this. So it's hard to slow that down, but you got to slow it down. 80-20 means they talk 80% on this consultation. They talk 80% of the time, you talk 20. All right, set the tone. We got 55 minutes because I got another call after you. It's a paid client, and I got to get ready for them. Okay? And so you honor their time. You're on, AJ, the first fucking phone call, I was a minute late, and you were calling me right on time. And I said, holy shit, man. This guy's serious, man. Be on time, honor the commitment, set the tone of the call. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that. Love that, setting the tone, because, you know, the moment someone picks up the phone, it's like they have such uncertainty. They don't know how's it going to go. And I think the biggest problem that a lot of coaches and trainers have is they let the other person control the call, you know? And right there, you're giving up your alpha position because you are the authority. Like, imagine you went to go get brain surgery and you walk in and the brain surgeon's like, hey, so what do you want to do, man? You know, all of a sudden, you want this guy to cut into your head if he's letting you control the agenda. So I appreciate you for sharing that.
Awesome. All right. Number 2, I love this question. I use it. I don't use everything all the time. I go with the flow and see how things feel. But the second one I use most often is, why are you talking to me and why now? So money's very important to people, but time is just as precious. This person has spent a half hour checking you out. They're spending another hour online on the phone call. That's a valuable asset to them, especially for business owners. So they're either going to edify you or they're going to start telling you their troubles. So, you know, they usually edify me because of maybe not. Most of these sales has not been cold. I'd say 25% have been cold with what I did last month. So why me? Why now? And shut up and let them start talking. They'll either edify you or they'll start telling you how they're feeling pretty shitty. And that's an important part of this phone call.
Love that. Love that. Yes. Why now? Why me? That is just cut into the chase. Automatically, you're already positioning that you are the choice, because why me? They're already selling themselves to you. That's one of my favorite questions. Thanks for sharing that. What's next after that?
You're welcome. We're going to get them feeling good. We're going to get them feeling bad. And then we're going to get them feeling a little bit good. And then we're going to go do the, what do we call it? The ultimate close. What do you call it?
The ultimate close. Yeah, just basically, I mean, because
no effort.
Yeah, the effortless enrollment question.
All right, so to get them feeling good, the first question I ask is you're going to future pace them. And future pacing means, all right, if we were to meet in 3 months, 12 weeks in the future, what would have, and I ask this question all the time in public, if we meet in 3 months from now, what would have to happen for you to feel incredibly joyful, fulfilled, and that you are on track to living your best life with your best body? And shut up and let them talk. They're going to get excited. They're going to tell you their goals and emotional reasons, most likely.
I love that. Love that. And that is called the Dan Sullivan question. I mention a lot whenever I do sales. It's like, you know, obviously the rate of your program, let's say you have a 3-month program, you say, hey, you know, the way that I say it is you know, let's look forward into the future. If we were working together 3 months from now, what results or progress would make you happy? Okay, that is a question everyone loves, and that's why they're on the phone, because no one gets on the phone unless they have a serious issue and they want a serious goal. And off the bat, you're creating that perfect masterpiece end result for them.
Absolutely. All right, now, so we got them feeling a little bit good again, right? That they're a little bit excited. Now we go to reality. And here's what I say. I'm like, you know, where are you at right now? And I already know their height, their weight, and what they want to accomplish. You can get that in a DM message, just some basic information. So now I'm like, okay, this is where you're at. Here's the way I get them to start to feel the pain of where they're at. I'm like, you know, life is a bitch, man. It comes at us fast and furious. And if you were to take a hit in your relationship with your significant other, or you take a financial hit, or with your kids, or you take a physical hit and you break a bone, or you get a full hip replacement surgery, and you were to put on another 5 pounds or 10 pounds in the next month, what are you going to feel like? Where are you going to be at? What's going to happen? And shut up and let them talk. And then, a lot of times it'll be a lady that says, you know, when I say a reality check, where you're at right now, while you're talking to me, she'll say, my jeans are getting tight, okay? Now, here's where you got to peel the onion back 3 or 4 layers at least with very simple questions, AJ. You taught me this. Tell me more about that. You just want to dig a little deeper because the lady's not spending this amount of time considering hiring an online coach because her jeans are tight. And say, tell me more about that. How does that make you feel when your jeans are tight? Well, you know, and the fitness people know this, but some other business people might not. She'll say, well, you know what? I don't feel like my husband's really giving me that much attention. So it's not really the jeans tight. That'd be okay, but your husband's, you know, you're worried about your husband looking at other ladies. Why does it worry you that, you know, your husband's looking at other ladies? I mean, and you just peel and ask, not maybe you could just ask why every time, but you could just change the verbiage up and say, tell me more, and just dig a little deeper into the pain.
Yes, digging deeper into the pain, the 5 whys, huge. And I love the whole fact that you like know all the problems in your target clients' minds, you know, so you know how to dig deeper, obviously, because that's so important. And whatever your audience is, whether it's men, women, brides, whatever it is, entrepreneurs, what are the things that keep them up at night? You know, what are the pains, fears, frustrations, dreams, desires that they're always talking about? And how can you get them to open up about that, you know?
All right, AJ, here's this fucking secret sauce that a lot of people drop the ball on. When they tell you the pain, write their words down. Write the words down when they tell you you got 2 or 3 different pains. You know, I just usually dig on 1 pain, you know, but you could dig on 2 pains, and they'll say, I'm out of breath when I bend over to tie my tennis shoe. You can, and you write that down. How does that make you feel? It makes me feel like I'm a fucking loser because my kids they don't respect me. You write that shit down because you're going to use that exact same words that they gave you in the effortless enrollment close at the end.
So, quick question, because this is something I do and I highly recommend this, is basically I walk around when I do a sales call and there's so much more energy, you know. I have an index card and I write down the key words, the key pains. But do you curse on a sales call, Darin?
Yes. Not this, maybe not this much, but absolutely. I mean, you know, if it's a 60-year-old lady or my mom, 70 years old, probably not. But, you know, yeah, people are emotional, and I'm just not super flagrant with it. I'll judge by my audience, but my default, I'm excited, is cussing, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. That's a great indicator. And I was reading a lot of sales studies, and they definitely say that when a person curses on the line, it ramps up the trust, you know? And we had another podcast with one of the students. His name is Kenny from Australia, and he had this monster win. He made $200,000 in 6 months. And we interviewed him. We said, Kenny, what is your secret sauce? And he was like, man, I just curse a lot on the phone. He goes, the cursing increased my conversions. And I was like, please explain. But all of a sudden, the moment you curse, the person gets vulnerable. Like, they open up, like, honestly, like, you know what, man, I'll just keep it real with you. Yeah. I've not had sex in the past 3 months because, you know what, I feel overweight. I'm embarrassed with my body. And then you just cut through all that crap and you go to the source.
Boom. And as long as it's not overdone, as long as it's genuine, and they're going to open up to you because of it. That's the main thing, is that it's not overblown.
Yes. And so how do you determine, like, first and foremost, can you remind us again, what is the your introduction package? What is the price point of that? And the highest package that you sell is $500,000. But how do you determine, like, what you diagnose to them?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I really have a gold, silver, bronze. It's a private subscription site. It's and that leads me into exactly what I was going to talk about next. I used to talk about the bells and whistles of my system. I talk 2 minutes about it now at the end of the phone call. They don't care. They believe in you enough to spend the time on the phone. They already believe in you. They're edifying you. They don't care about the program. They believe in you already. But I got a 12-week transformation program. I'm in control of their food, their exercise, cardio, whole food, precise goal setting with most reasons, mindset, and social support, personalized for them. I'm right on top of it. I always under-promise and over-deliver. It's a 12-week program, so they won't be overwhelmed. It's stripped out on an email campaign, 2 emails a week that's from me, personalized. Everybody gets the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Except the gold, silver, bronze, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. All it is how many phone calls they get with me. 30-minute phone calls. If someone pays $3,000, they get every week a 30-minute phone call. If they pay, if it's a silver in the middle, they get 6 phone calls, one every other week. If it's the bronze, the lower one for 1,000, and it's not 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, it's $997, $1997, $29.97. That number just seems a little bit better than 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. The marketers all said that for years.
So I just want to interject because basically you have 3 price points: gold, silver, bronze, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And the one thing that I want to discuss, because this is important for a lot of listeners, is like your results. Because I firsthand have met people that you've coached, and they say, man, Darin's like a crazy coach. They've got amazing results. I see the testimonials. So now that we're talking about the service and the product, how do you get such great results with your clients?
Damn, it's like, if you guys hired me right now to train you, would you have to fucking step it up?
Yeah. I mean, you'd intimidate me, because I know that you would want a lot from me. So I want results.
But AJ, I do not intimidate people. It all comes from soft love. I'm not the jillion personal trainer. I'm the loving personal trainer that speaks loudly. That I believe in you. I believe in them. I roll them out with myself. I've trained so many people. I've heard it all. I've trained you before, AJ. I know yours is just a little different. There's 3 or 4 different guys, 3 or 4 different ladies, okay? And I've heard it before, but we're going to personalize the program for you. And they believe in it. So it's the gold, silver, bronze. It's the number of phone calls that they get. And, man, there was a really important point here that I wanted to make. Oh, here we go. The takeaway, AJ. Play the fucking takeaway. I only take 5, I can only take 5. I mean, it's phone calls. It's my time. I can only take 5 gold, 5 silver, 5 bronze. And I'll play with the numbers a little bit, but it's still pretty much genuine. And I'm like, I don't have any silvers. I committed 5 silvers. I got 5 silvers. I got 1 graduating in 4 days. Then I got another open slot. So I make them wait.
Wow.
That's simple. They love that shit, man. Would you want to train with me more now?
Yeah, 100%, because obviously it's limited, and it's human nature the want that what's rare, and obviously it's rare spots. But let's say, okay, this is obviously the great question everyone wants to know. You position the $3,000 gold package because you feel that's what the person really needs. Maybe they're 100 pounds overweight and they're like, they need to lose 20 pounds to survive. They get at the end of the call and say, you know what, man, I love your energy. I love this program, but I can't afford $3,000. So I'm going to have to turn you down, Darin.
Well, come on, AJ. You know the answer to that question. You got PayPal, interest-free. You're going to find the money. I'm not going to lower my rate. If this is important to you, go get the money. You can find it interest-free. And what is it, 6-month PayPal interest-free?
Yeah, there's a great program called PayPal Credit.
Jesus Christ. In 12 weeks, you're going to be a brand new person, putting out different energy, making more money. Invest in yourself. And so it's that simple. And we got to back up, AJ. The beginning of the call, especially with this type of program, you ask them if there's a decision maker that needs to be present. Who can decide? I don't want to spend this hour on the phone, and then at the end they say, I got to talk to my husband. In the beginning, or actually before the phone call, I say, if you like this, can you decide by yourself, or does someone need to come along? The phone call.
Yeah, because we all get that. When we talk to the wife, I need to talk to my husband before I make a major financial decision.
Yeah.
Talk to the husband, you got to talk to the wife and girlfriend. Man, that is the worst to go through an hour presenting it, and then they give you that whole excuse. And most of the time, it's bull crap, because they know if they want it or not, And one objection that I use, because that's phenomenal. Let's say if I forgot to ask them who's the decision maker, that is key to then the beginning. The woman says, I got to talk to my husband. And I say, I totally understand that. You got to talk to him. But if you're to talk to him, you know him better than anyone else. Do you think it would be more the program or the price that you would object to?
That's a good one.
They're not ready for that, but obviously it's their own personal objection. they have to answer it, you know?
I like it.
Well, they say, you know what, based on him, he's really stingy. It'll be the price. The $3,000 is way too much, you know? So great. So if I were to take away the price, would you still move forward with this? Because you say you love the program, but it's the price. Well, you know, to be quite honest, yeah, if the price $3,000, I don't got $3,000. We don't $3,000. I think he'll get upset about that. Well, phenomenal. The program is called PayPal Credit. It's an interest-free financing option, meaning that in the next 5 minutes, I can magically make that $3,000 appear, and you have 6 months to pay back PayPal. You will not get charged a penny of interest. How would that work? Oh, my God, that's great. I could get a loan for $3,000 without any interest. I'll do it right now. Phenomenal. Let's say on the phone, go to onlinesupercoach.com/credit. You can apply. In the next few minutes, you'll free up that $3,000. You'll send it to me. We'll get you started. And in the next 6 months, you'll lose so much weight. You'll be so much more confident. You'll make that money back no problem.
Thank you, AJ. I'm doing that today. I'm going to do the same thing on my site. That's brilliant, man. Thank you.
Yeah. PayPal Credit. It's a very complicated link. And if you guys want to check it out, just go to onlinesupercoach.com/credit. It goes right and redirects them there. But
Sweet.
we're talking about excuses, obligations. So right now people are listening and they say, you know what, Darin, like, man, I don't have the time to create videos or to build my online business because I got kids, you know, I got kids and they take up all my time and I just can't study the marketing. I can't study that stuff because I don't have the time. And I know you have 2 beautiful daughters. How do you run a successful global business while having kids?
I'm going to answer that question in 30 seconds. I want to back up and say that so we made him feel good, made him feel bad, dug deep, made him feel good again, told him the benefits, and we're going to close them. But you want him, when you start to make him feel good, get him to say yes 5 times. Yes. AJ, is this call going well with good energy?
Yes.
Don't you love what you do to inspire these other trainers to live their dream life? And so you just ask that person what's relevant and get them to say yes 5 or 6 times. And you do that while you're picking them up. And so they're in the habit of saying yes, yes, yes. All right. So to answer your question, AJ, I don't know, because I've been working like a dog with no success and having some failures. I've spent $100,000 in failed joint ventures, sleepless nights, and I've only had online success in the last 4 months, so it hasn't really sunken in yet. Here's the perfect fucking answer. AJ, I'm embarrassed to say this. My mom did have blood cancer, and she was not struggling as much as I made it out to, but when you took my initial payment, and I think you might have gave me a little price break, but it was pretty substantial. The next day, we can go back in the emails. What did I do?
You wanted to opt out. You know, you said, my mom's sick and I don't think I can continue this program.
Yeah.
I said, no, Darin, you are not going to play small. You're going to continue moving forward. You got to take this seriously, brother.
AJ, thank you so much, man. Because most professionals would probably give the money back guarantee, right? No risk. When you said that to me, AJ, what was your gut feeling about me right then when you said that?
Darin, you're a superstar, man. Before you even hired me, I would watch your videos on YouTube, and I'm like, you should be making millions of dollars because you have so much talent.
I didn't fucking know that. I was in my own little hole feeling small, man. I didn't know that. And so that's a point that when you get 10 likes and 2 comments, there's 1,000 people that are watching. You don't know how many people are watching this stuff. Most people are living in a shitty place in their life. They don't want any people to know, so they won't comment. Then they know they'll get stuff in their news feed. So many people see this, then you even know. So don't think because something didn't get 10 likes and didn't get 3 comments that it's not going to change someone's life. Okay, so what was the question, AJ?
Excuses. You know, I want to build an online business. I want to do a course. Okay. But I got a family, got kids.
Well, I just answered the question. I put my money where my mouth was, and there was no way out. I burned my boats.
Yeah, because like I said, I made a post about it today. If you don't pay, you don't pay attention, right? So that commitment, the financial commitment, that's why you charge the big bucks, $3,000. That's a high level of commitment, right? And on the other flip side, because you put out so much videos and content, what do you do to the people that want to pick your brain? Darin, man, could you give me some tips on losing weight? how do I build another inch on my biceps? Can you give me some tips?
All right, so I'll answer that question, but 30 seconds. Guess what? I paid the money. I didn't do jack diddly fuck for 12 weeks. The program was over. You sent me another email, and what'd you say in that email after the 12 weeks was over?
Dude, man, I want you to continue with the program and take this more seriously. And I offered you a month-to-month continuing the coaching because you didn't fulfill your potential.
That it was extremely affordable compared to my initial investment. And I'm thinking, damn, here I go. I got a business. I got like 20 monthly bills. You know, I got this, one shopping cart, get response. You know, I got this, I got that. I got 20 things. You know what? I'm like, I can't pay them sometimes. I need another monthly fee. I'm thinking, man, I pissed this initial money away I spent on AJ. I pissed another 12 weeks away. I feel like a loser. I've done this 10 times in the past with partners. Over $100,000 gone. I feel like a loser. Borrowed money from my mommy. 50-year-old guy borrowing money from his mommy to pay his debt. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I was this close, AJ. I'm like, trust my gut instinct. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to do it, man. I stayed in, and something clicked that first month. And I love the energy that you put in your private group. I stuck in it. Something clicked. I don't know what it was. I never gave up. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know. Just a little bit of momentum, but I almost lost everything. And if I'd have done that, AJ, I'd have probably left the industry. And 18 fucking years, I'd have felt like a super loser going and working for somebody else. So anybody watching this that thinks I look like a rock star, I ain't no fucking rock star. You know what? I've just learned over the years, and I never stop. Just like Rocky says, right? It's not how hard you hit. You get fucking knocked down 10. I didn't hold the Glock up to my forehead, but I had my best friend come and take the Glock out of my apartment, and he almost put me in the psych ward 8 years ago when my family split up viciously because of me being overwhelmed, trying to become an online trainer and being in the trenches. And that's the fucking sad truth. That's why this is so important. You know, we got young people that don't have as much of that don't have much to lose. They don't have to support anybody, but that might be a disservice too. I couldn't quit because I had fucking 2 daughters wanting me to feed them and give them at least one strong, loving parent.
Wow. Okay. Darin, I'm going to basically just keep us on track because we're running to the end of this. But I want to go back because you just mentioned something really powerful. Okay. You were to turn it around. Right now, there's someone watching this in a sales slump. They've not closed a sale in weeks. They're now taking action. They came on here. Now, listen, I need to hear this, Darin. I need you to wake me up. What turned it around for you to make $25,000 in 3 weeks?
All right, before I answer that, I want to finish this thought, 30 seconds. Just the last question to the whole consultation. It's the most important, bro. It's your effortless enrollment, and I thought it was silly. But I said, what do I got to lose? I've been fucking pounding sand for 10 years. All right, here you go. You laid the foundation with the call. Here you go. What do you believe are going to be the greatest benefits of working with me? What? How the fuck is that going to work? And shut up. They're going to edify you again, and they're going to sell themselves. What do you believe are going to be the greatest benefits of working with me? And be quiet.
Yes. And that one question has boosted my sales like a mofo. Holy cow. I did not know how effective that was until I learned it many years ago. And I end every sales call with that. Right before I mention the price, I have them sell me on why they want to work with me. And it sounds silly, but you will see a huge difference. And that's great if you're in a sales slump. Just by asking that question, you could have someone who's not even interested and maybe they want to get off the phone, but you say that right before the price, it subconsciously makes them accept any price you give them. It's so powerful.
Awesome. Rachel's watching, Mike's watching, Brian McCormick's watching. Did you guys just write that down? If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you did not write it down, just fucking delete yourself right now. Okay. What was the last question, AJ?
What turned it around for you, man? What turned around the slump?
No, what I would tell someone who called me. Well, you just said, if you follow these counterintuitive questions, you'll turn it around. And I guess we'll have to talk some other time about my 5 energy hacks and mind hacks. But my personality is I make a bet. I would make a bet with somebody. That works for me. and announce it. I'd bet you $100 if it push came to shove. I would bet somebody $100 that I didn't have, that I have to do the effortless enrollment. That I would, even though the notes that they just wrote down about that phone call, even though it sounds silly, I would bet someone $100 that if I didn't make a sale in 2 weeks, that I owe them $200, something that really hurts. It hurts to lose the money, but it also hurts to lose a bet to a friend.
That's a great point. Phenomenal, phenomenal. And the other question I asked earlier was, how do you go from leads instead of getting likes? Meaning that when you're putting out content on social media and you get people that just want free information, how do you transition to a sale? Because if you're putting out videos, you get people to message you, hey, I need a tip on this, or what should I do to lose 20 pounds by the next 7 days? How do you get those freebie seekers into clients?
That's a great question, man. We need a whole nother cast on that, but everyone's personality is different. As a professional, I give away so much stuff for free, and so much stuff for free. And I say no a lot more often now, because you'll go nuts if you say yes to everybody, but I'll still try to answer questions for free. And you know what? I'll even send them my digital ebook that I wrote, the 12-week transformation. People aren't going to use it. They're not going to use it. They're not going to make progress, but they like you because you did give them something. So then when you do the phone consultation the right way, then they're more apt to buy. So give the shit away for free. Don't drive yourself nuts. Set up some rules for yourself, but just answer the questions real short, real sweet, very simple. Talk to a third grader. Give the stuff out for free, and then do the phone consultation, and then just fucking drill them home, man.
Love that, love that, love that. If you could think about this phrase to grow your business, is to give freely of information, but charge premium for implementation. And that's essentially the model that I have. I have podcasts, videos, ebooks, challenges, webinars. I give out so much free information, getting results in advance. But if you want to work with me, we have multiple tiers of high-end premiums. I'm not a believer in the $47 ebook or the $97 program. It's all about high-end implementation. And speaking of, because I just want to take a quick breather here, where can people go to work with you in terms of hiring you, going into your $1,000, $3,000, $500,000 program?
There's something called Google. If you know how to spell my name, I got so much shit out there, and I'm getting time. I'm just joking, but I'm 52 years old. They didn't have computers when I was in college, so I was like this. But anyway, I got for 20 years. One of my clients would say, "Darin, I'm not going to answer that. Google it." So you go ask the question on Google. But fatlosslifestyle.com is where I'm starting to get more organized. The word fatlosslifestyle.com. That's where my services, my high-end services, I'm excited. $20,000 keynote speeches, because corporations got deep pockets and they don't fucking cancel on you. And they're really good. And AJ, I got to tell you, I got a fucking bone to pick with you, man. I got a fucking bone to pick with you, because I'm putting out good content and I can't even speak at your next event. You must have so much more to offer. I'm going to come. I'm going to pay. And anybody who wants to work out and get a great workout, I can't wait. But I guess I got to go next level if I'm going to be able to speak at your event.
Yes. I have events every 3 months, and obviously this one is coming up April, and it's onlinesupercoach.com/live if you want to come. Quick pitch to see Darin. He's got a workout that'll put an inch on your biceps in 2 hours. But we'll have you speak at one of the other events. If you want to be a speaker at my event, please message me, or have a massive win like you did, 25K in 3 weeks. That's a great thing to share.
AJ, I got to correct you. In 45 minutes, 45 minutes, I'll put an inch on your and Tyler Kelly's arm, or else I will kiss your guys' ass in front of everybody there.
It's quite a claim, quite a claim. So the website is fatlosslifestyle.com. That's your main website.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Appreciate that.